Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with Jar Midlands, my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of Super Juniors Day 13. This review goes up a little bit later than you would expect after a live show. My apologies, I'm actually filming this just before I go to work. I really enjoyed this. It was the finals of the A block and the B block matches to determine which of, each block would go on to be in the finals June 4th, aka tomorrow. My only quibble was Chase Owens on commentary. I didn't think he was particularly that good, but Kevin Kelly balanced him out. Kevin Kelly, a really good commentator, in my personal opinion. So, they ran down the participants. The first few matches were decent to good, but not great. You had ACH and Tiger Mask. ACH comes out in a Tiger Mask. Good trade-off of moves and everything. A lot of chops. Really good stuff. Some good psychology. It was short. ACH did manage to get the win. And good showing in the tournament by both guys. Certainly no complaints. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't anything you need to go out of your way to see, but a decent enough opening for what it was. Show of respect at the end, which I really, really liked, and I apologize. I am looking down at my notes, by the way, so I actually will be holding them just off camera. Bushi versus Kanemaru, A block match. So it's 2 A block matches and 2 B blocks. And then we go back to the A blocks, and then we go finish up with the B blocks. Bushi versus Kanemaru. Suzuki-gun versus LIJ, or LIJ versus Suzuki-gun, if you want to get technical with how I said the names. Quick start. Was worried about Oka on that dive that Bushi did. Fortunately, Oka seemed okay. He did come out a little bit later. We don't need more people with concussion issues. I believe Kitamura's still out with concussion and neurological issues, and hopefully he can recover soon. Kanemaru is perfectly heelish. Bushi did his shirt spot. There was a miss spot and a whiskey spot, which of course you would expect from these guys. Deep Impact DDT for the win soon after. Kanemaru got the victory. Okay, neither guy was going to win the tournament. Good showing from both. And I have a feeling we're going to see another IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match between Bushi, Hiromu, and Kanemaru and El Desperado soon enough. It might be a little bit late. It might be a little bit down the road. G1 Climax or something like that, because we got some other feud to get out of the way. But we'll see. And then we have Chris Sabin and Taguchi in the first of the B block matches. Comedy, of course. I like Taguchi. I think that he's a good athlete. I don't care for all the comedy all the time, but I know it's part of his shtick. So whatever. Different strokes for different folks. Garvin stop by Sabin was really, really nice. And then Taguchi started hitting some impressive dives. Ankle lock submission. Taguchi's a damn good wrestler when he wants to be. The ankle lock submission is actually what led to him getting the victory. And that was good. That was good stuff. Sabin is a really, really good wrestler. Taguchi having these few wins that he had in the tournament is very, very nice. Very well done. And these guys did have a good showing. Now that these 3 matches are out of the way, then things start to get a little bit better. El Desperado and Dragon Lee. 2 quick dives by Lee. I blinked and he dived twice. I think he dived 2 more times while I looked down just to write something really, really quick. He just dove twice. But anyway, chair usage outside. Of course, Suzuki-gun member using the chairs. I know, I'm shocked too, folks. There's no DQs outside the ring. Apparently, you can just beat one motherfucker with another motherfucker. Or you can just flat out, start throwing fans. Don't throw fans around the ring, please. No wrestlers ever throw fans around the rings. Not that any wrestlers watch my shows. That would be kind of weird if they did, actually. It'd be kind of cool, but it'd also be kind of weird. Because I'm outspoken. But anyway. They had a lot of mask ripping in this. And Dragon Lee's knee got focused on also on the outside. Dragon Lee's mask got ripped a little bit at first. You could sort of see what his face looked like. It kind of reminded me of what Eddie and Ray did at Halloween Havoc 97, where Ray's mask got ripped enough when it was all the bodysuit. The purple bodysuit that reminded me of the Phantom. And it reminded me of that. So Dragon Lee's mask got ripped. And then he went and ripped El Desperado's mask. Now, either he must have ripped it too much, or El Desperado's mask must be made out of worse material, because that mask just ripped. It ripped like plastic rings, for 6-packs. 6-packs of pop or whatever you want to say. Ridiculous. It was just, his mask got ripped so bad, he could cover up one side of his face, and then he had to take his hair and cover up the other side of his face. And kudos to the cameraman for cutting wide so we didn't see what El Desperado looked like without his mask. Great job on that. There was some good stuff. And then low blow for the win. El Desperado got the win after a low blow. And some good exchanges and everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to imply there weren't good exchanges. But soon after this, El Desperado rips Dragon Lee's mask again, actually removes it, and here come the young boys throwing their shirts off to cover Dragon Lee's face. All the shirtless young boys, the ladies must have loved it. Shota, Yuya, Oka. I mean, there were a few there. I know Shota and Oka were there, but anyway. There was some, this was good storytelling because Dragon Lee tweeted later, okay, basically, I mean, it was in Spanish, so bad translation, but he wants a mask versus mask match. I don't think that's going to happen at Dominion. I don't think it should yet. Stretch this out to the G1 if you want to do the G1 special, or if you want to even do it a little bit later, but I would do that at, in one of the G1s or like one of the big specials. Have that happen. El Desperado probably will lose his mask, but that's okay. Is what it is. I'm here for this feud. I think it will actually be really good. This is a good enough match and good storytelling and led up to what could even be a bigger match. And that's what wrestling's supposed to be. And then we go back to the A-block matches, and oh boy, here we go. But first, I'm going to get this name right. Tomoaki Honma. Did I get that right? I'm familiar enough that he had some bad spinal injuries, I believe sometime last year, and was actually in the hospital for like 3.5 months. I read up a little bit on the guy. If I got his name wrong, I apologize. But boy, the crowd seemed to love him. I know that he also had some vocal cord damage, hence the way his voice sounds. Apparently, despite his injuries, he is coming back to the ring June 23rd. That's great. You know what? That's great. As long as he's healthy and as long as he's able to do it, this is great. Could have a great way to go out. He's 41. If I looked up right, he's 41, 42 years old. He can possibly, have one last great showing, like for a couple years or whatever, and then retire. Hey, why not? Good to see him back. Good to see that the man is doing well. That is really good. It's really great when anybody can come back from injuries like this. Because, neck, spine, all that stuff, we kind of need those to live. So it's really, really great to see that Honma is back. Again, if I messed up his first name, I apologize. Still trying to learn about guys that I wasn't able to, that I'm not as familiar with. So anyway, now we move on to the first really, really great match. It's in the A block. Flip versus Ospreay. Ooh, where there's a will, there's a flip. This was good. This was damn good. I'm not the biggest fan of Flip Gordon. Mainly being a flat earther and being an idiot. The guy's a damn good talent in the ring. He may need to vary up his offense a little bit, but hey, the name obviously implies he's just going to flip. There were some leg comedy spots, not quite what Skrull and Sabin did on one of the VOD episodes earlier in the tournament. But like, oh wait, you put it down, and then of course they, Ospreay grabs a headlock soon after. There was a lot of quickness, really great spot. Too many damn spots to call. This is on my top 10 matches of the tournament list. If I were to go to a top 25 New Japan matches, this might actually be on that list. This or maybe the finals, or the final match of this tournament, or of this night. I mean, not the finals. I obviously haven't seen into the future. I can't see that stuff yet. Anyway. Good groundwork, but there was also a lot of kicks, as you would expect. Great Spanish fly. The double springboard by Flip, that was tremendous. Just great skill. The guy's got great skills in the ring. The guy's great and agile. Being a flat earther makes him stupid, but whatever. There were a ton of near falls at the end. I actually thought Flip might get the victory. I actually thought he would. And the idea was here is if Ospreay won and Ishimori didn't, then Ospreay would go to the finals. But since Ishimori beat Ospreay on day one, Ishimori held the tiebreaker. Stormbreaker and great Stormbreaker hit the Os cutter off the ropes. Then Stormbreaker 1, 2, 3. Great show of respect afterwards. That was good stuff. And Flip certainly shined here. Stop believing the earth is flat. Anyway, so now we go to the last 3 matches. This is the last match of the A block. Okay, Ospreay and Ishimori. If Ishimori loses, then Ospreay goes to the finals. Ishimori didn't lose. It was Ishimori versus Yo. This was decent. This was a bit of a come down from the other match, but Yo and Sho have had some great showings in this. They have done very, very well, even in defeat. And started quickly, good submissions. Ospreay at one point was out there at ringside cheering on his fellow Chaos member. So it was just a way to as if it wasn't obvious that Ishimori was going to win anyway. Then you had a great superplex by Yo. That was really good stuff. But if it wasn't obvious that we were getting Ishimori and Ospreay before, Ospreay being out there at ringside pretty much confirmed it. Tap out victory, Ishimori gets it, and then we're obviously going to get that match at Dominion, which I'm for, honestly. I think that's going to be a great match. But they got to get through the finals first. Now, that's the end of the A block. Ishimori wins the A block. Good stuff with the way they did it, though. He didn't make a clean sweep. He lost a couple matches. I enjoyed that. And then we had Sho versus Mari Skrull. This was good stuff. If Skrull won and the next B block match went to a draw, then Skrull would be able to advance. So Skrull versus Ishimori would have been interesting. Problem is, Sho won. And great wrestling to start out, as you would expect with these guys. I almost think Sho's just a little bit of... He's got a little bit more single star potential than Yo, and that's not knocking either of them. I think Sho's got a bit of a more marketable look, but hey, who knows? They're both really, really good athletes, and again, have had great showings in this tournament. It's good high spots, the few high spots that there weren't a ton, but there were enough. Nice submissions you would expect with this. The forearm spots, or they're just forearming the fuck out of each other. That was really good stuff. I really did enjoy that. And they went, they did the forearm spot, then they clothesline spots, and that was pretty cool. Back and forth until Sho got the win. Nice bridge and everything, or he went for the bridge. That didn't work. And then hit the shock arrow. And that was good. That was good. Hit the shock arrow. Got the victory. Sho and Yo had great showings. Even if they didn't win the whole damn thing, they had great showings. I think you could see these two potentially face off next year. Have them in the A and the B blocks and have them both face off in the finals of the next year's Best of Super Juniors. That'd be a way to break up Roppongi 3K and send them both out to do whatever, have them compete for whatever titles. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It wasn't great, but it was not compared to the Ospreay flip match. It was better than Ishimori versus Sho, or versus Yo, that is, because that was a bit of a foregone conclusion. That doesn't mean it was a bad match though. And then we go to Kushida versus Hiromu. Oh yes, this is what I like. Whoever wins here goes to the finals. Great stuff. It was really, really great stuff. You would have expected this to be, just a great, great wrestling match. I wasn't sure at first if I was going to put this on my matches of the year list. I mean, you can't tell in the first few minutes, because they had a collar and elbow tie-up for the first, it seemed like forever. Now, they know each other really well. If you go back to time, somebody tweeted out, if you go back to the times where Hiromu was a young lion, Kushida's actually beaten him, I believe he's got a 6-2 advantage over him, if I remember right. And if I got that wrong, I apologize. The way they worded it and the way they put the record was a little weird. But this was good stuff. After the collar and elbow tie-up stuff got done, you then had dives. You had some great submission wrestling, some great hard hits. The arm submissions by Kushida are really, really good. That guy is truly world class. Great momentum switches. The double underhook pile driver by Hiromu towards the end was great, but it was great storytelling. And then he got the triangle choke. I think he got it twice, but the second time Kushida finally gave in and tapped out. So we get Hiromu versus Ishimori in the finals. And Hiromu cuts a promo at the end. By the way, this match is also on my top 10 of the matches of the tournament. I mean, I have to look through the rest of them and see which ones were which, and look through the results and everything and be like, wait, which one was good? Because I don't keep my notes for the tournament reviews. So I'll have to see what I put on there. Will there be some of my favorites I leave off of there? Of course, top 10. It's not going to be a top 20. But then we get Hiromu cutting a promo, and he's saying, I did it. Yatta. The Chun-Li, the thing that they put for Chun-Li on Street Fighter. He's like, I did. I'm going to face off against Ishimori. And then Ishimori appears, gets on the top rope. Well, Hiromu rolls away. And it was just like a way Ishimori's like, oh, I'm going to get you tomorrow. And then Hiromu basically says, this is translation, by the way, from, I believe, Jado, who translated because he was on commentary. Thank you for bringing somebody on that can translate. I mean, I know he usually is there to translate for the big shows. It's just nice that he was able to, because I'm trying to learn Japanese. I'm just not able to. I know very, very little. But I'm excited for Hiromu versus Ishimori, and we're not going to have to wait long to find out who got to the finals. So anyway, guys, I do want to say that I'm going to watch the finals, and hopefully it's not going to be a super, super long show, because I got to work an hour earlier than I do today. However, I'm going to review it, and I'm going to have some fun. So anyway, do you guys agree? Do you disagree with what I said? Did you guys enjoy the tournament? Have you guys enjoyed the tournament so far? Are you excited for the finals tomorrow? Do you think the undercard is going to be good also? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe also. It's been Real Honestly with John Rippland, My New Japan Pro Wrestling, Best of Super Juniors Day 13 review, and I will see you tomorrow.